Hi, good morning all. Yesterday we discussed about some of the string slicing concepts. So slicing means nothing but a piece, nothing but dividing that string into different slices or pieces. Okay. And before that we have discussed about different number systems, decimal number system, binary number system, octal number system, hexadecimal number system. So these are all treated as an integer type only in Python. So you need to remember that thing. But to assign or to uh, initialize these types of numbers, decimal numbers are nothing but digits from 0 to 1, and it may be a negative number or a positive number, or it may contain some floating, like some decimal points also. That is a float type. And all the decimal number systems are treated as integer by default, and binary numbers are only 0 and 1. That is that will be denoted as 0b. 0b. After that, you can give the number. And octal numbers 0 O. O is octal. It may be a small letter or it may be capital letter. And hexadecimal number, that is X. 0 X and 0 capital X. And complex numbers. So here this is a complex number example, and this here x plus yj. X is the real part and y is the imaginary part, and j is nothing but the square root of -1. And strings, string data types here, and we had discussed about these concepts yesterday. Strings are used to store string type data or text data, or it may contains alphanumeric data or some special characters which are enclosed in quotation marks, quotes. So it may be a single line string data or it may be a multi-line string data. So single line means in a single line we can include this single quotes or double quotes, and multi-line means here suppose if you want to add some address, like address is equal to, so we have to keep 3 single quotes. So Anil Kumar, and then here in the second line if you want to type some address, some flat number 101 Maitri Nagar, Hyderabad, 5,72,000, like this. So again, you have to enclose with triple single quotes. So this is called a multi-line string. Okay. And slicing. Slicing is nothing but slicing of strings. Here we are discussing about slicing of strings. So here slice is nothing but, slice means a piece. Okay. And this operator, the square brackets open and close. So this is used for, this operator is called slice operator. So which can be used to retrieve parts of the string. Okay. And in Python, strings follows zero based index. Okay. And the index can be either positive or negative. We have seen some examples yesterday. And positive index means forward direction from 0 to 4. Suppose here I did not save that. Okay, fine. So here we have stored a string here, welcome. Okay. This welcome is containing here 0 is the index of this W, right? And 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the indexes. So if you want to get the index of character from by using these indexes, like print s of 0, that is w. Print s of 1. Suppose if I give here print s of 6, what is our result? E. So E will be printed here. See last E here. And the negative indexes, like negative index means backward direction from -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. You need to remember always positive indexes start from 0 and negative index starts from -1. Okay. Suppose if I give here s of -1 means last character, that is the E will be getting from the given string. -2 means M. And like that, we have a slicing concept, that is these are the syntaxes of various, so string
Can we give
data.
uh, in that string data? Can we give begin 1 and end as -1? Will it work? Print s1 1 colon -1.
Like this, huh?
Yeah. Okay. It
Yeah, we
works.
can give
Okay.
like this here. And here you asked yesterday one doubt, right? Suppose if I have here s is equal to okay, what is your good name? Bala Kishore, right? So okay, I'll store this name is equal to Bala Kishore. Okay, this is the string, right? So suppose if I wanted to get a name dot index of, I give here k. It gives the index of the k letter. What is the index of this k here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 5 will be the index. So you ask this doubt, right? So you can also get the indexes by giving the given characters from the given string.
Can we also get the negative from left to right also, the one which we have -1 -2, right? Is that possible in getting the index of that one also?
No, no, indexes is always from positive numbers only here. It
Okay,
gives
right
us
to left. Okay, okay, got it.
positive. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and these are the different syntaxes. So we can extract the slice the strings by using begin and end. And the second type is begin colon, end is nothing. So that means begin you can give, end is till the end of the string. And here from the beginning till the end you can give here. And if you give nothing here from start to end, it gives the entire string. Okay, and here we can also give begin and then end, that is starting and ending, and also step. Step means here the increment value. It may be 1, 2, 3 like that. So here see here from 0 to 7, this is a, suppose here this is s is equal to, this is the one string here. I kept this one as string, and now s of 0 to 7, step 2 means 0 means here w. After that step here 2 has given 2. 2 means here it skips 2 characters from w. So w e after l will be displayed. Then again 2 characters l c will be skipped and o will be displayed. Like that it skips 2 characters. Okay. Suppose if you execute this same here. W, it skips a E and then L, it skips C and printed O, and it skips M and printed E. Suppose if you give here 3, it skips 3 characters. So W after that, C after that, E. So this is the extraction or the slicing of a string by using step method. Okay. Suppose if I give here, so to tell me now, S of empty, 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 empty minus 1. Now tell me what is the answer for this? What is the output of this? starting nothing, beginning nothing, ending nothing, and we have given step -1. What is the output of this one now? Can anyone tell?
It will print everything, I guess.
Everything, but -1 means here?
The last one, last letter.
From last to here it takes from reverse order. Okay, see here. EMOCLEW. So it starts from beginning, ending is nothing we have given, but -1 means decrementing each character from the left to here. This is the -1. Generally, what is that indicating here? What I told you here, positive index is, you need to remember this point here. Positive index means the fifth point is here. Forward direction from left to right. Okay, and negative index means backward direction from right to left. So that's why here when we give like this, హారిక కదా మీ పేరు, నేను ఇది షేర్ చేస్తాను, మీరు రాసుకోవాలి అవసరం లేదు, మీరు చూడండి, వినండి, మీరు మళ్ళీ మీరు మిస్ అయిపోతారు ఇది. సో ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం చేసినాం, ఇక్కడ బిగినింగ్ ఎండింగ్ ఏమీ లేదు, బట్ -1 ఇచ్చాం. -1 అంటే రివర్స్ డైరెక్షన్, అంటే ఫ్రమ్ రైట్ టు లెఫ్ట్. సో ఇట్ టేక్స్ ఈచ్ క్యారెక్టర్ ఫ్రమ్ ద గివెన్ స్ట్రింగ్. సో EMOCLE. Suppose if I give here -2, it skips 2 characters from right to left, backward direction, right? See here. E, after that it skips 2 characters, and then O. After that it skips 2 characters, L, and then W. So this is how we can also use a negative step. And there are some of the string functions available in Python. Just I will briefly tell you about them. String functions or string methods are there. Suppose here I stored this name is equal to, in small cases I kept this Balakishore. Okay, if I want to give this, if I want to print it in a capitalized manner, so here we can give like name dot capitalize. So this is the, it gives the capitals of the first character, whatever it finds. Here it is, B is the capital, it is making that as a capital letter, like that. Okay, so that string, whatever the string variable you are giving, that string variable dot capitalize. And if you want to print here name dot upper, so this is the one method, uppercase, all it converts into uppercase, like that. Here if there is a already, if there is a string of here name is equal to, I am storing this one capital letters, and I want to convert into lower, so lower, like this here. And length of name, so we can find the length of a string using this length function. So like that, there are so many functions available, string functions. Okay, or functions or methods, same name, both are same, right? And we have seen one more here, index. Index is also one of the function, like this index. So as and when you need it, then you can just refer it. It's not that much importance. And you know about typecasting. Did we discuss about typecasting? Converting from one data type to another data type. So చెప్పుకున్నాం మనం అది already.
Yeah, the first day one actually. when you want to know something in the integer converting into string, int of
Yes,
or
yes.
something.
Yeah. Just I will just repeat again that the typecasting. What is typecasting? Typecasting is nothing but we can convert one type of data to another type. Okay, this type of conversion is called typecasting. Okay, so these are the different functions we can use it for. Int, if we want to convert to integer type, int of this function. So whenever you give these brackets here, that means that is a function. Okay, now like that here float, we can convert some strings to float or integer to float. Like that we have complex, also complex function is there. Like that we have bool function, we can convert to bool type. So fifth one is str type. Okay, suppose if I have a number, suppose n is equal to some 25. If I want to convert this into uh, string, so we can convert it, right? So print of str of n, so now it is a string, right? See, for example, I have stored this n, m is equal to str of n. Now if you see that m, okay, type of m, what is the type of m here now? String type, right? We converted that into string. Like that we can also convert into some o is equal to float of n. So if you print here, print the o here, so it, oh, float, okay, fine. So here 25.0, that is the converting this integer to float. Like that we can convert to this using these functions. Okay, so only one condition is, you need to note down one important note here. We can convert from any type to integer except complex type. So this is, you need to remember. They will ask some question like this: can we convert like from any type to complex type? So we have to say no. Okay. The second one is, we need to remember, if we want to convert string type to integer type, compulsory the string should contain only integral part. For example, here if we want to convert, suppose here some a is equal to, this should be containing some number, then only we can convert into integer type. The string should contain an integer number. So now we can convert into b is equal to str of a. Now we can print that b as well as type of that b. See here, already it is already in the string, right? So integer we can convert it, integer type. So that is one important point that you need to remember. If we want to convert str to integer type, uh, that str should contain only integer part, integer number or integer value. Okay, and it should be uh, base of 10. 10 means here decimal point, decimal numbers system. It should not be an octal number or binary number or hexadecimal number. So this is one more important point while is this typecasting. Okay, and we have to this is all about typecasting. Now coming to here, fundamental data types versus immutability. Immutability is nothing but changing the items. Immutability means here changing the values. So all fundamental data types, that is once creates an object, we cannot perform any changes in that object. See, for example, here that means I'll tell you one example here. Suppose A is equal to, we have given some 20. What type of data it is? Integer type. Suppose in Python, that Python virtual machine, suppose if I give here B is equal to 20 again. Now here in Python, if any new object is required, this PVM or the Python virtual machine won't create object immediately. First, it will check if any object is available with the required content or not. If available is there, existing object it will be reused. See, for example, we have used 20, but used in two memory locations, that is A and B. So internally, Python will automatically assign the same memory address to these two numbers, to these two variables, not numbers, variables, because A is containing 20 and B is also containing 20. If you want to check it here, A is B. If you type here, it is true. That means if you print the A ID A here, this is the ID. If you print ID of B, the same address will be there here. See, this is important point. See, A and B are two integer variables, but we assign the same value to both of these variables, right? That means we can check A is B means here. If A is B means it is returning true. That means whatever the contents A contains, the same 20 is there in the B also. And also the object internally will not be created separately for this B, as 20 is already there in B, A, the same memory can be used for this B variable also internally. So that is the advantage of this PVM, Python virtual machine. So in Python, if a new object is required, then PVM won't create a object immediately. First, it will check is any object available with the required content. If available, then existing object will be reused. Okay. If it is not available, then only a new object will be created. So the advantage of this approach is memory utilization, and performance will be increased. Okay. Then some of the other data types uh, like that we can also use, like s is equal to, or s1 is equal to some name Python, and s2 is equal to same value if you are trying to assign Python. Now what is that? Same address will be assigned for these both of the variables. So if s1 is s2 means true will be displayed here, and like that we can also print id of s1 and id of s2. You can check it, both are same. You can print it separately. Okay, executing the same here, right? So this is about changing the values of a variable, that is called immutability. Okay. See, and there are different data types like okay, byte and byte data types. So till now we have discussed about strings, right? So here we have discussed about integer, float, boolean, complex, str and bytes. So we will discuss about bytes now. Okay, so in this thing, so here I will tell you about some definition of this fundamental data types versus immutability. All fundamental data types are immutable. That is, we can change. That is, once we create an object means here variable. Okay, we cannot perform any changes in that object. If we are trying to change, then with those changes a new object will be created. So this non-changeable behavior is called immutability. Okay, that means here understood this. ఇది అర్థమైందా మీకు అంటే అందరికి చూడండి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏమనుకున్నాము, ఏ అనే వేరియబుల్ 20 స్టోర్ చేసాము, బిలో కూడా 20 స్టోర్ చేసాము. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏమైంది, సేమ్ వాల్యూనే మనము టూ టూ వేరియబుల్స్ అసైన్ చేసాము. బట్ ఇంటర్నల్లీ the same uh, the same here address will be used for these two variables. Okay, suppose if you are trying to suppose a, now again I am telling you here a is equal to 20. Now here if I am trying to, so what is the idea of this one here? This is the idea, right? If I am trying to a is equal to 30, I am trying to change the value of this a variable. Now what will happen internally? That will create another object because the value is changed now. Suppose if you see the a id now here, is not the same id here. This is the different id and this is the different id. That means according to this definition, we cannot perform any changes in that object. If we are trying to change, then those changes, with those changes new object will be created. So here it is created, right? It's created a new object. When we are trying to change the value of a, now the address is changed now. Okay, so that is called, this non-changeable behavior is called immutability. Okay, so in other words, in Python, if a new object is required, then Python virtual machine won't create object immediately. Okay, first it will check, is any object available with the required content or not. Okay, if available, then an existing object will be reused. అంతే కదా, ఇందా మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా, ఏ బిలో సేమ్ వాల్యూ ఉంటే కనుక సేమ్ అడ్రస్ ని అది వాడుకుంటుంది. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్, these are the features of this immutability concept. Okay, later also we will discuss this concept in other data types. Let us move on to the next data type, that is byte data type. Byte data types are representing a group of byte numbers, just like an array. Like here, x is equal to, suppose if you are storing here, here 15, 20, 25, some numbers, 30, like this. Generally in other languages, this is called an array. Okay, this is called an array. But here, But here in Python, this will be treated as a group of byte numbers. So, for example, here, if you are trying to store, I'll show you this example here. X is equal to 15, 20, 25, 30. We have stored some numbers here. So now, if we are trying to convert this into bytes of X, the function. Now here if you take here print of, directly you can also access like this, b of 0. What is the b of 0 now here? 15, right? So now we converted this entire list into bytes. So this is called a byte data type. Okay. So the only allowed characters of a byte data types are 0 to 256 only. So here the only allowed values for byte data type are 0 to 256. In this one, we cannot store beyond 256 values. So by mistake, if you are trying to provide any other values, then it will give an error message. Okay. And then one more feature, one more conclusion you need to note down here. Once we create a byte, data type value, we cannot change its value. Cannot change its value. For example, here, see now, so this is the byte data type, right? So now here, what is this b now? So if you type here, print of type of b, bytes, right? Bytes. Now, for example, when I am trying to assign b of 0 is equal to, I wanted to change the contents of this index, that is first number, as 100. So it will give an error message because bytes object does not support item assignment. We cannot change the items of byte data types because B is a bytes, right? B is a data type by bytes. It contains 15, 20, 25, 30 numbers. But whenever you're trying to change any values of this one, we cannot change. But whereas in list types, for example, it is not a, we are not converting. This is a normal list of values. We can change it now, like x of 0 is equal to, I can change it now 100. If you print now x here, see here 100, 20, 25, 30 will be printed because it is of what type of data? It is a list type. That will see. It is a list type data. That's why we can change it. But if it is a byte type, we cannot change here, right? We have converted this entire list into bytes, right? So that's why we cannot change. So what is that?
Can we change the entire bytes? అంటే అక్కడ మనం ఒకటే నెంబర్ చేంజ్ చేసాం మనం ఎంటైర్
చేసుకోవచ్చు, మనం అది కూడా చేసుకోవచ్చు. యా,
అంటే ఒకటి చేస్తే మనకి ఎర్రర్ వచ్చింది.
నో సి, ఇది మనము ఏం చేస్తాం ఇక్కడ, యాక్చువల్గా ఇది ఎక్స్ అనేది ఒక లిస్ట్ వేరియబుల్, దాన్ని మనం బైట్స్ లో కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తాం యూజింగ్ బైట్స్ ఫంక్షన్. నౌ బి ఈజ్ ఎంటైర్లీ బైట్స్. నౌ ఇట్ కంటైన్స్ 15, 20, 25, 30 numbers as bytes. These are constant. We cannot change its values later at any point of time. If we are trying to change like this, it will give an error message. But whereas if it is a list general, see, if it is a original list type data, we can change it. What you are telling now, you wanted to change the entire items, right? We cannot change after creating these bytes b. Okay. So that is the here, once we create byte data type value, we cannot change its values. Okay, these two are, you need to remember these 2 points in byte data types. And one more data type is there, that is a byte array data type. Here these are exactly same as a byte type only. Byte array is exactly same as bytes data type, except that elements, its elements can be modified. That is a byte array type. For example, here, as I told you, this is x. X is containing some list of values. Now I am trying to convert into byte array of x. Now what is a byte? What is a b data type now? Byte array. So if you are trying to print type of, so you can print its values as well as type of that b. Now here, yeah, array y is missed, right? So okay. See here, it is containing all the values, like here converted entire x into byte array. Now it is the type of this b is now byte array type, and it contains a binary array type. Now if you are trying to change b of 0 is equal to some 10, you can change it now. It's accepting. Earlier it is not possible. So that is the only difference. Both are same. Byte array is exactly same as byte data type, except that its elements can be modified. Okay, so if you want to print all these values here now, for example, for I in B, what is B? B is containing byte array, right? But we have modified the first element here, that is 15 is replaced with 10 now. Now, if you are trying to print these values here, print of I, so it is printing 10, 20, 25, 30. For loops, I will tell you in the next classes. So just I am telling you an example here. If you want to print the values of this this byte array, so we have to use this kind of looping. For I in B, B is containing byte array, and we are printing each value from that byte array. So as we have changed the first element with the b of 0 is equal to 10, now it is changed to this 15 is changed to 10 now. Understood? Right. Now coming to the important data type, that is, so we will assign these numbers, right? So what exactly this is 4, 5, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9. Okay, fine. List data type. This is very important data type. You need to we will be using this list data types in our entire applications, maybe any type of application. Remember, this is a small letters only. List is small letters only always. Okay. So here, if we want to represent a group of values in a single entity, for example, here x is equal to, we have stored x is equal to some. The always list should be kept in square brackets. Remember this one. Okay. Like now, suppose here 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, like this. If you are trying to print this type print of x, the type of x, this is a list type, list data type. Okay. So here it is containing some group of values. And here it allows duplicates. For example, if I wanted to have one more 100 here, we can have it. If I want to have one more 200 here, we can have it. Okay, now we are trying to print that x values here. See here, printing x as well as its type of that x. That is a list type only. So it can contain a duplicate values also. And the insertion order is preserved. That means this order is always constant. So 100 is What is 100's location here? 0. Index is 0. And this 100 location here? 0, 1, 2, 3. Location is stored. Location is here, it is preserved. And also these lists can have some heterogeneous values or objects. For example, X may contain number as well as some string like Python. It may contain some numeric number, sorry, float number. Okay, and also it may contain some true Boolean value, and it may contain some single character string also it can contain. So if you print these values here now, here. So lists may have heterogeneous objects. We can allow any type of data in a list. Okay, and it may contain duplicate values. So again, if you want to store again one more Python here, you can have it. It allows duplicate values, and these values will be enclosed in square brackets. So this is called a list. And what are the properties of list here? If we want to represent a group of values as a single entity, okay, if we want to represent or store, again, we want to store a group of values in a single entity, we can use lists. Okay, and then here you need to remember these points. Insertion order is preserved, right? Number 2, it contains heterogeneous objects or values. It contains, lists contains. Okay. Third one is duplicates are allowed or not allowed? Are allowed. Okay. And it can grow. We can increase its length or the values, like grow, or we can, okay, not the right word, so we can use this naturally. It can increase. That means here the initial values are these ones, right? Now if I want to add one more element, we can add it here by using this some methods here. Suppose x dot append of some 25. Now if you print x now here, see here, append means adding an element at the end of the list. X is a list type, right? So we have added one more element. That means it is increased by adding one more element. But some of the data types are there that are not allowed to increase its values, contents. Okay. And one more thing you need to remember is here, the last one is values should be enclosed within square brackets. So these are the properties of list data types. Okay, and this is the example for a list. We can have any name, right? So if you want to store like L1 is equal to some numbers here, 1, 2, 3, and then one more here, welcome, and then one more string here, Python, and some numbers here, 25 points, like this number, and some Boolean value, false. Okay. again some more number here 40, so we can have it like this. So print of L1, if you print this list here, it is printing all the values. Okay, and like our strings here, we can also use slicing concept by using indexes. So here also, like strings, the index of this 100 is 0, and this Python is second element is 1, 23.5 third element is 2. Suppose if you want to extract this number, how will you print it here? How will you extract it? Print of L1 of list 1 of 0, 1, 2, 2, right? So here in this list here, in this list, and if you give 3 here, welcome 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the index of this one. Suppose if I give here, now tell me print of L1 of 1, 2, 3.
2,
What is that? What is the output of this one?
2, 3, 1,
Starting, beginning we have given, and also ending also given, right? 2, 3? Yes. 2, 3 only. Now, if I want to change the value of this 0 to 100, that means here what will happen now? Executed and printed that again L1. See, earlier in this first index 1 is there. Now we have replaced with 100. So now we are trying to print here 100, 2, 2, 3 like that. Okay. And we can also append the values using append method. Using append method, we can add some more elements. Suppose L1 dot append of example, I wanted to append some more here, some more 200 I wanted to add. So now again here, if we print that print of L1, now it is added 200 at the end. Also we can remove it. L1 dot remove of whatever the value if you want to. Suppose I wanted to remove to 200 now. So here we can remove it. Print of L1. Now it, sorry, print of L1. Now see 200 is removed. Okay. So we can increase or decrease its size of the list. So if we want to print that, here also we can use length function, length of L1. So totally how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elements are there. This list. So we can find the length of the list here using this length function. And we can grow or decrease or increase using append method or remove methods. So what type of data it is? It's a mutable data type. Mutable means changeable. Mutable is nothing but changing the values. Immutable means we cannot change. So byte array, byte is what type of data it is? Byte. Immutable. Byte array, mutable. So you need to remember these points. Okay. Any doubts here till here? Today we have discussed about some of the concepts like what is immutability and how Python virtual machine will act as creating while creating the new objects. Okay, so in Python, if a new object is required, then PBM won't create an object immediately. First, it will check is there any object available with the required content or the same value. So that will reuse it. If it is not there, then only it will create. And byte data types contains a list like an array type. The only allowed characters are here. The only allowable data type values are here 0 to 256 only. So that we can convert into like here b is equal to byte of x. We can convert like this. Now b is a byte type. Like that, byte array is exactly same as byte type, but except its elements can be modified. And this is the mostly used data type, that is a list data type. So if we want to change the values in a single entity, you can use the lists. Okay, and these are the properties of list data types. That means insertion order is preserved and it contains heterogeneous objects, means any type of data. It can contain any type of data. Okay. And duplicates are allowed. It can be increased naturally and it can be decreased. It can also increase or it can or decrease. And value should enclose with square bracket. These are the general properties of list data types. Okay. Now coming to the other data type, that is tuple. TUPLE data type.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please. Who is that?
Yeah, sir. Can you have any
Sunny.
real-time example for data type, sir? List data type
Real time
example.
example. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
You mean to say, uh, okay, 1 second. See, in the after completion of these fundamentals, anyway, we will discuss about some of the examples of the real world examples. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
I have
generally,
one more
these are
doubt.
all. Yeah, please.
Yeah. In byte data type, okay. In byte data types, it takes 0 to 256. You have said right, okay. Is there any
Uh-huh.
specific reason why it takes 0 to 256?
See, that is a standard of in Python. Bytes always treated as a 0 to 256 values only. Beyond that, we cannot store. That is a standard.
Okay.
And these list, okay, tuple, set, all these are collection data types. Okay. Second, I'll tell you one more example. It's not there. Once we learn these basic the types, then we will move on to the programming concept. Because without basics, we cannot jump directly into that. You will feel difficulty. That's why we can discuss about the examples, but once we learned more about these lists or any other data types, then we will move on to the examples or exercises. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
And some of the methods we can remember, these methods here we have learned about the methods list data types. Append we used. Yeah, append is for adding an item to the end of the list. Okay. then extend. Extend is one more function method. So that is add all the items of an other object, other list to the end of the list. That means, for example, suppose we have L1 is already there, right? L1 is containing some list of names. I will take as like Harika, Bala, Sunny, and another list here L2. I have taken another. Your good name? Vamsi. Okay, Vamsi, and then Srinivas is another student. Is there, right? So, sorry, Srinivas, and then Venkatesh. Who else are there in our money? Okay. So this is one. First list is containing some names, and second list is containing some other names, right? So now, if I wanted to extend, that means here I wanted to extend L1 with L2. So L1 dot extend of L2. To print now L1, what will happen now? This second list will be added to the first list, and this is the final list. So basically L1 contains only 3 names, and we are extending that L1 with L2. So now it becomes a more number of list items here. Okay, so this is the use of extend function. And here one more function is there, insert. So this inserts an item at the specified index. Earlier when we use append, it is adding at the end, right? But here inserting means here we can insert in any location, like in the in between. Okay. For example, here if I wanted to insert one more name in this one, print in this L1. So L1 dot insert of another name I wanted to insert in third location, that as a third element, like Hari I want to insert. Now if we print it here, print of L1, see here, Hari is inserted in third. 0, 1, 2, 3. In the third location, we have inserted this Hari. So that's how we can use insert method. Okay, like that we have some more methods. Remove method already is there. It removes the last item, or removes the given index. Sorry, removes item present in the given index. And also we have pop method, and we have clear method. If you want to clear all the elements from the list, an index already we used to get the index, like and then sort is there. Sort, we can also sort the elements, and reverse, we can also reverse the elements in the list. Okay, and copy method is there. So these we will discuss in the next sessions. Okay, some of the methods in list data types. So generally we will use, suppose if we want to print, for example, I have here, what are the list of items here? Print of L1 contains all these lists, right? So we can also iterate these using this for name in L1, print of a name, like this we can print. Now here each element from this list will be stored in this name every time. Here name first time is here, name is Harika, and then second item is Bala's third item is Sunny. Like that, we can also iterating through a list using this for loop. For name in L1, print that name. Okay. And also we can check whether one item is there or not. For example, print or otherwise directly here. Hari or one name will take Sunny. Okay, Sunny. Sunny in L1. That means we are checking whether Sunny is there in the list one or not. It will return either Boolean, okay, Boolean true or false. What is the value now? True. Suppose if we give another name like Anil here, is not there, false. Okay, that's how we can use this in to check whether that is existing in the list or not. Like that, we can also check length of this L1. So total 8 elements are there. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 items are there in the list. Okay.